Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much to my subscribers. Welcome newcomers. I hope you like what you see, and if so, be part of this journey by hitting that subscription button right there below. And also don't forget to hit the bell notification to be notified of my new uploads. So today I'm going to bring you this new creation of mine, sort of, and one of my grandmothers. God bless her soul. She had created a piece in, I don't know if some of you remember back then in the days, it was a lot of that, almost like a silky thread, I would say. So she had created this. How gorgeous that is. And of course, I had to do my own twist up. So she had this, it's the only one I have from her. It was a set, but certain people, members of the family, they all kept one and I kept the small one. So I decided to create the pattern as is here. And I also added my own input, of course, and turned into completely something else. So it looks very vintage. If you like vintage, this is a novel. I know it's kind of hard to see on camera because it's small on camera, right? But this is what I've turned it out to be. Okay. So I hope you're going to like this. You're going to create it. Now, like I said, since I created all of this extra, for some of you that don't want the extra, you can just get to whatever, how many rows you want of the length, largeness of the pattern, just by creating increasing rows and rows. And then at the end, you can do the picot over each little motifs here. Which one we'll get to it, I'll let you know. From here, you can do the picot if you want to leave it as is. And this is what her pattern looked like. Isn't that gorgeous? So I did the vintage looking. This is a gift that I'm doing for Christmas. Of course, Christmas is already gone, but it's never too late to give things away, right? So this is for a friend of mine, and I hope she's going to be happy with it. She loves pink and she loves green, so I alternated some of the colors in it, which, as you can see here, I have the multicolored burgundy and pink. And then I have the pink, which on camera looks way much lighter than it actually is. This is a darker pink, really pink, pink, pink. I know it's kind of hard to see on camera. And then I have this green, which is like almost a lime green. And I used this green also. Okay, so the darker green is for the edge, and this green is for the centerpiece. Okay, so up top there's 3 little buttons on the right hand side. You can click there to slow down the video to the size you'd like, and also turn the CC caption on. Now, usually when I upload the videos and put them out, the CC caption only takes a few minutes before YouTube can recognize the words I'm saying in order to have it down here. So if you're going into the video right away, make sure you give it a few minutes before the closed caption appear. Okay, thank you so much. Please don't forget to give a thumbs up. It is extremely important. And watch the commercials also, because it's only a 2-second. It helps us YouTubers with the channel. Thank you so much, everybody. We're going to get started. Okay, everyone. So I'm using 100% cotton thread, 4-ply, hook number 3, or 3.5, I should say, and a little one to tuck in loose ends, and of course a pair of scissors. Okay, so the first thing we want to do is slip stitch knot. I'm going to do 1. Now this, you can go the wideness you would like. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I still have like glue everywhere from gluing flowers on another pattern. Good God. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so after doing chain 12, not counting the slip stitch, we're going to come in to the first one, not the one right here, okay, to the second one I should say, and we're doing a single, okay? So this is all single crochets, this pink middle piece. So we have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and I'm going to do one more. If you have 10, that's fine, it's no problem. So I have 11 on here. 1, 2 chain on the same space as my 11th single. I'm doing another single. Okay, so next space single. So that's 3, 4. Trying to hide my leftover thread. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So I got 10 singles. We always leave 2 out at the end. 2 chain. We're going to turn our work to the back into the same first one here. We're going back loops, always using back loops, single. This is my 8, 9, and 1 in the center where we have the 2 chain. This is my 10 singles. Chain 2 into the same space. We're always going to do this until the desired length. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And you can see that I have 2 left over. Chain 2 again, turn around to the back, going to the first one here, back loops, and we're going to continue to do that until the length you want, okay, using back loops only until we arrive to the center, and we're going to do the one single in the center where we have chain 2. So this is my last back one, and 1 in the center, chain 2, 1 in the same space in the center again, and continue on, remembering that we're leaving 2 loops behind when we get here to the end. So I'm not even counting anymore if I have 10 or if I have 9. What's important here now is that you keep them all in the same level, leaving 2 chains here behind. Okay, so it pretty much they lined up together. These ones are going to line up together also. So continue to do yours, always leaving 2 behind. Come back and go back using back loops only, and always putting 1 in the center where we have the 2 chains. We do a single, 2 chains, and another single on the same space. So we're going to continue. I'm going to continue mine, and then I'll meet you at the end. Just make sure when you finish your length desired for the centerpiece of the pink that we have 21 of these loops here on both sides, the same thing. Okay, everyone, so because this one will be a smaller one, that one I have 21. on each side of these, okay? So this one's 13, so that's my bigger one, and I'm making a smaller one because her coffee table is not that big, and her side next to the sofa, small table, night table if you want to call it. I would say night table is more for a bedroom, but anyway, I'll say night table. So it's smaller, and I don't want it to be too big so it doesn't fall hanging on the side. So I made 13. Now I was going all the way through, and I had to take it down. So I'm not counting from the one here. The other one I did count from there because I had forgotten to make the first one here like that, okay? So I'm going to count from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So because I have 13 already and I need to have 13 on both sides, I was going through all the ways, so, and notice that I made the mistakes. I'll still do my little pompon there, whatever you want to call it. And I'm just going to slip stitch in between the back ones here, just like that. 1 or 2, not more than that, because we don't want to create another line. So I'm just going to tuck in the loose ends, pull my thread here in between them, and then coming back in the other way, and then again. And I'm going to make a knot because I like to make knots in all of the end pieces of my pattern so nothing comes apart. So I'm just going to go through again inside here of the little loops from the back, because then we're going to work around it and this will be hidden. So I'm going to come in with my green now. It's my like lime green. So I'm done with my pink for now. And I'm going to come in with the lime green. Okay, so as you can see, I have my edge here. Okay, so we're going to work, make sure that you're going to work where it's open here like that, because this would be like the back part. So slip stitch knot. I hope everybody had a wonderful Christmas. Now I'm going to work on this loop here first, or you can work here in the center of the middle here as you like, but I'm going to do it here, and I'm going to do it the this way, okay? The double crochet I'm going to create so we don't have like a line hanging there. I'm going to turn once, try to hide my leftover thread while I'm at it. Okay, double crochet. I'm going to do 1 chain and come back in the same space and do another double crochet. I just want to hide this thread here a bit more. Okay, I'm just looking at it to see how many I have here. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, so 9, 10. So I'm going to count from the tip 1, 2, 3, 4. On the 5th one, I'm going to grab the back loop. And actually, I have to do a 2 chain separation. Sorry, try to hide my left over thread here. 2 chain separation. So I'm going to count with the one that I have here. 1, 2, 3, 4. On the 5th one, I'm going to do another double crochet. So we're going to make little V's, 1 chain separation on the same space. Another double crochet. again, one chain separation, no chain separation, sorry. On the same space, I'm going to create another double crochet, one chain separation. So I'm trying to create here two groups like the V, okay? So between the V's, we're going to have that one chain separation. Only here we don't separate. Let me see, just to confirm. So 1, 2, 3. So I have 3 now. I need to do another 2 more. Okay, so no separation this time. Back into the same space. Another double crochet. One chain separation. Back into the same space. And again. So I created 2, 4, 6. One group, it has one chain separation. And then no separation, and then double crochet, one chain separation, no separation, and then again another group. So I have 3 groups of V's, 2 chain separation. I'm coming into the center here where we have the 2 chain, and we're going to create 4 double crochet separation of 1 chain. And again, all in the same space, 1 chain separation and another double crochet. Okay, so now we have 1, 2, 3, 4 with 1 chain separation between them. Again, 2 chain. I'm going to count again my 5 space. 1, 2, 3, 4, and my 5 space. I'm grabbing back loops only. And creating double crochet, 1 chain separation, and again I'm going to do the 3 groups, no separation here, sorry. So we have the first V, no separation. We're going to create the second V, double crochet, 1 chain separation, and again, so now I have the 2 V's, okay, no separation, and we're going to create the third V, all in the same space. It's going to stay like that. Okay. And then 2 chain separation. For some of you that your stitch is too tight, then do 3 chain separation. Coming into the little loop here and creating the oops, I need to do 1 chain separation. I'm going to create 2 double crochet, not 2, sorry, yeah, 2 double crochet, 1 chain separation. My God, where's my mind? So we're going to do the same thing as we have on here. And then no separation. We're going into the next one and create again 1 double crochet, 1 chain separation, 1 double crochet, and into the next one, no separation, 1 chain separation, and 1 double crochet. So you're going to start creating these effects like that. Now, if your stitch is too tight, then do 3 chain separation, okay? We don't want it to be pulling too much. So now I'm going to do 2 chain. If it's too tight for you, then do 3. No, I need to skip. I'm going to skip a loop and I'm coming into the next one. Now, like I said, if it's too tight for you, then we need to do a 3 chain. So 1 double crochet, 1 chain separation, and we have again the V. So I'm coming into the next loop and I'm creating another double crochet, 1 chain separation, and I'm creating another one. So we're creating them by 3. So no separation now, and into the third V that we're creating here on the third place. Okay, just like that. So we skipped 1. So now we're going to skip again. 1, 2 chain. Don't tighten it too much because then it's going to pull too much on the pattern. and create our V's again with 1 chain separation. For some of you can do 2 chain separation if it's too tight for you, okay? We don't want it to be pulling. So now I'm coming into the next one. 1 chain separation, and whatever we're doing here, we're going to do on this side the same way. Okay, so all you have to do is just follow the line like that, so you know that you'll have this one you don't do because that's part of this one here. This one we're going to do, we're going to do. This one here we're not going to do. So that's one way to make sure that you're not lost or confused. Okay, so now we have the 3. Coming in again, 2 chain separation if we need to do 3. And what I did with that one is I did the 3, which I'm going to do here. I'm going to do 3. I did the 3 here on the sides because it was pulling a bit. So now we're going to come to this one here. One chain. So we have 1, 2, 3, we skip 1, 1, 2, 3, we skip 1, 1, 2, 3, we skip 1. And we're going to do, again, we're going to create the same thing as we have here. So again, you do the V, and then no separation, then 1 separation. And then again, the other V, 1 chain separation. So we have 1 V, and then no separation. And I did a separation here, I shouldn't. That's why it's always good to look ahead of the video. So double crochet, 1 chain separation, double crochet, no separation, double crochet, 1 chain separation, double crochet, no separation. We're creating the last V, double crochet, 1 chain separation. And we have our group, our 3 V's, 1, 2, and 3. Here, I'm going to do a 2 chain because we're very close here to the edge. So here, we're going to do the 4 double crochets, 1 chain separation, and another double crochet. So basically, we're repeating what we're doing, what we did here, okay? One chain separation, and another double crochet, 1 chain separation. So we're going to have 4 double crochets. Here I'm going to do chain 2 again, and we got to come here on this one and create the same thing as we have here. Okay, so we're going to do double crochet, 1 chain. We're creating the 3 V's, double crochet, no separation. Again, double crochet, 1 chain, double crochet, no separation, and then the last V, double crochet, 1 chain, and the last one. So you're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, because we're creating V's. So this is the first V with the 2 here, 1 chain separation. Then no separation. Then we have the other V, 1 chain separation between them. This one we don't have separation, and then the last V. And then 1, 2 chain. We're coming into, so we're going to skip this one here, which is this one. And actually I did 3, so I'm going to do 3 on this one here. And we're going to skip that first pom-pom there and coming in and create our V here, like that. Okay, so basically we have the same thing. We're going to repeat the same thing until we get here to the end, which this one here is this one here. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end. So I arrived to the end. As you can see from here, we skipped 1. We did the 3. I did 3 chain here. We don't want it to be like crumpled up, right? So we need to have it nice and comfortable. And then I did my 3 V's, 2 chains, skipped one here. Did my 3 V's, 2 chains, skipped my other one here. Now we're almost at the end. We started with those 2, so we finished the other 2. No separation. And I'm coming in the 3rd space here and closing it in with a slip stitch. Okay. Now I'm just going to do the walk. I call it the walk inside of the loops here with a slip stitch. Okay. I'm going to come in the middle of this one here, and I'm going to do 1, 2, 3 chain, 1 for turning. For some of you that your stitch is too tight and you're doing a 3 chain for double crochet, then do 4. Inside of the same space, I'm creating another loop. That's what I'm doing here. We're increasing now. Okay. Just checking my pattern there. I'm coming into the next one here, the middle of the loop. We have the 3 V's, right? So I'm skipping 1, 2 double crochet. This is the second V. No separation in between them. 1 chain, and I'm creating my V's again. Okay, no separation. I'm coming in to my last V, and I'm sure this video is going to go to part 2 because it's taking forever just to get all these details explained. And I have a knot here on my thread. Good, good. Okay. So I'm going to do 1 chain and create another double crochet. So now I'm building my groups of 3, like on the pattern there. I'm doing 1, 2, 3 chain because I want it to be comfortable. I'm coming in the center here and creating my V. Okay, so double crochet, 1 chain separation, 1 double crochet on the same space. No separation. Coming into the center one here, I'm doing double crochet, 1 chain. I'm actually going to do 4 double crochet. This is where I increase my edges here with 1 chain separation between them. So I have 1, 2, 3, 1 chain separation, and my 4th one. Okay, so we did the V on the same space, right in the middle, 4 double crochets separated by 1 chain. No separation. I'm creating my last V here. 1 chain separation and 1 double crochet. So I have my last V. So I started with a V, did 4 double crochets in the center. Is it 4? I don't want to make a mistake. No, there's only 3. Better go back and fix that. It's going to be missing. No, I did have 4. Good God. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, no problem. Better be safe than sorry, right, people? Okay, so I created my last one. So we have 4 in the center. 1, 2, and 3 chain. I'm coming in again, creating my, exactly like we did here, the 3 V's. So 1 double crochet, 1 chain, 1 double crochet. I'm going to come right into the center of my V here now. 1 double crochet, 1 chain, and another double crochet on the same space. Going into my last V, right in the center of the last one. I'll show you in a second so you don't get confused. I think it's better when it's on the black, right? And we want to make sure that it stretches well. If you find that it's too loose, then you do a 2 chain separation, okay? 1, 2, and now we're just, this is going to repeat now. It's just going to be V's created inside of V's, okay? So into the next one with no separation. There's never separations here, only on the V's. 1 chain, and again, next space, and again. Here we're going to do the 2 chain separation between the groups of the V's and create the V's again. So basically we're just creating V's, 1 chain separation. In between V's, no separation, 1 chain separation in the V, and again, no chain separation in between V's, and creating the V again. So this is going to go up all in V's, okay? 1, 2 chain separation, create the V's again. Just repeat the same thing as we've been doing, creating the V's, no separation, into the next V, and create the V again. No separation into the next V, 1 chain separation, and again. 1, 2, and 3 chains. So coming into the first one, 1 chain separation, and creating the V on the first one. Okay, so we're going to repeat what we did here. Okay, so we're creating V's now. Going into the middle one here, so we're going to skip here 1, 2, and create the other V. Again, 1, 2, and create the other V. So we can have those 3 V's, 1 chain separation. Okay, 1, 2, and 3. I'm coming in, creating my V on the first one here, like we did on the other side. 1 chain separation. Now here in the center, we're going to do the 4 double crochets with a separation of 1 chain, exactly like we did on the other edge, all in the same space. So you're going to have 4 double crochets with 1 chain separation, and creating my last V on this space here. This is going to be repeatedly like this all the way up, so you'll know what I mean on the next rows. 1, 2, and 3. And again, we're going to create the same thing as we just finished doing here. So follow through. We need to make 3 V's. We're going to create in the center, and then in the center, and then in the center again. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end. Okay, you guys, so I've reached the end. Now I'm going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 groups of V's on each side. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, because this is the edges. It's always going to be a repeat pattern from here on. You're going to come into the first one here, the first V, do a single, 2 chain, 3 actually, 1 for turning, and create your V's. Remember, where there's chain, the same amount. Where there's V's, the same amount. So it's just going to be repeat to the length that you would like, and create your V's where the V's are. In between them, you know that there is no chain separation. Only inside of the V's, we do a 1 chain separation. Here I have 3 chains, so I'm going to continue with my 3 chain. Coming in. Now I'm going to show you, we're creating the V inside of the V. Next V, creating the V inside of the V. Okay, so we're increasing on the edges here on the V's. Okay, so we started with just 4 double crochet separation of 1 chain in order to start creating V's. Here, as you can see, we have 1 V because the middle is 4 double crochets. Now we have 2 V. The next row we're going to have 3 V. The next row 4 V. Okay, always in the center. In order to increase our edges, we need to create that 4 double crochet separation of 1 chain, always on both sides at the. So we're going to create the 4 in the center, and I'm not in the center, am I? No, I'm not. Sorry about that, people. That's why it's always good to look ahead of the video. So no chain separation. we're going to skip. Yes, I was in the center. Good God, what is wrong with you, Maggie? Get it together. So we're going to do the 4 double crochets separated by 1 chain. You know, you have sometimes one of those days. I don't know. So we have the 2. We're increasing. We start 1 V. Now we have the 2 V's. We do the 4 double crochets with 1 chain separation. And now we're going to create the other 2 V's. Okay. In the next space, double crochet, 1 chain separation, and another double crochet. So we have the first V. We're going into the second V, 1 chain separation, and now we created the second V on this one here, and your 3 chains. So it's just going to be a repeat now of everything that we did. Okay, the only increase that we're doing is here on the edges, like I told you over here, and I'll show you on this one here. So as you can see, it's just a repeat until the desired length. I have 7 rows here, so I'm going to do 7 on this one also, but you can go bigger if you'd like. Okay, now the increase, like I said, is here on the edge. Okay, as you can see, we have 1 V and then the 4 double crochets and then the V. Here we have 2 V's, 4 double crochets separated with 1 chain. Here we have the 3 V's, 1, 2, and 3, and then the 4, and then 5 V's. Always 4 double crochets on the center separated with 1 chain. This is what's going to increase this edge here. Okay, and the same thing on this side. Okay, so always 4 double crochets on the center separated with 1 chain, and we're doing the increase with the V's. Okay, so we started 1 V and then 2 V and then 3 V and then the 4 V. Okay, and then 4 double crochets. So I'm going to do 7 rows. Everything else stays the same. You're just going to continue creating the V's and your 2 chain. Only here at the edge, in order for it to stretch, I did 3 chains. So I'm going to continue with my 3 chain. When I finish the 7th row, I'll come back and show you what we're doing next. Okay, just came back again because I want to make sure that you don't get confused. So I closed in, I went into the center with a single and 3 chains. Did my other double crochet. So I created my V, no separation, created my other V, no separation, created my other V. Did my 3 chains, did my first V here, my second, my third, no separation. I'm coming in and doing my 4 double crochets with 1 chain separation. Okay, all on the same space. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, and I have my 3 V's. Okay, coming in, no separation, doing my other V. I'm going to create my 3 V's on this side, no separation, and where the V is. So we're pretty much just increasing on the first one here where the 4 double crochets are. Okay, because the middle one is always for the 4 double crochets. Okay, and into my last V here with 1 chain separation. Okay, so now we have the increase of 3 V's. We have 2 on the bottom one, 3. No, sorry, 2 on the bottom one and 1. So 1 V, 2 V's, 3 V's. I'm going to do my 3 chain, and coming in where the V's are, just repeat the V's, nothing to it, into the next V, into the next V. So we're always creating groups of 3 V's, like that. Okay, so, and just continue on, repeat the pattern. So then we're going to close it in here with the slip stitch and go inside of the first V, that right here. We're going to go in on the next row and create our V's again. 3 chain, our V's, we're going to have 4 V's because then we're going to create another one in here now on the next row. In the center, we're going to create 4 double crochets with 1 chain separation. And then create our V's again. So we're going to have 4 V's on this side and on this side. Okay? So I'll meet you at the end. Okay, you guys, I pretty much did my 7 rows. I'm grabbing my multicolored burgundy and pink. You can do it all in the same color if you like. And we're going to do just single crochets on every stitch. So slip stitch knot. I'm going to start here. And I'm grabbing back loops only. So single crochets on every stitch, back loops. Nothing to it. We are not increasing, we're not decreasing. It's just 1 single crochet for each stitch, each space, just like that. So using the back loop, 1 per space. So where you have your chain separation, don't forget it's a back loop also. Okay, so nothing to it, it's just single crochets on back loop all the way around. I'll meet you at the end. Just want to remind you when you get to the chains, it's 1 per space, back loops. Okay, so nothing to it, just 1 per space. And I have to see how many minutes are in. I might have to go to video too because it takes too much room on my mobile. So if I have enough room still, I'll continue. If not, we'll go to part 2 video of this pattern, which I will give it a name, and most probably I will name it after my friend that I'm giving her this as a Christmas present, which she's out of the island visiting her Nana and her mom, so she wouldn't be here for Christmas anyway, so I'm just in time. By the time she comes back, I'll have it ready for her. I just want to remind you that if you did not want to continue to finish doing how I did mine, and you want to just leave it this way, then all you have to do is the picot on in between the V's, as you see here, and then all V's here at the end that was created where the 4 chains are, the 4 double crochets I should say. She created V's on everything all the way around except where the chains are, so it's all picot in between the V's only. And then she went through single slip stitch in between them, so this is all slip stitch in between, and then picot in between the V's. So if you wanted to create only until here and leave it this way, then it's perfect too. Okay, and the last row she did was V's in between, even on the 4 double crochets on the center. It's all V's in it. Okay, in case you want to just do it this way, then you can just do it this way. Okay, so I finished all my singles. I'm going to come in now with my pink, like this one, Just going to lie the black towel here because I think it's better for you guys to see. So slip stitch knot. We're going to do the poof line down. Okay, so I'm going to start here. And we're using back loops only. So grab the back loop, do a single, okay. I'm going to stretch a bit. I'm going to come in the same space and stretch. I'm going to come in again. So I have 3. I'm going to skip one space and I'm going into the next one. I'm going to stretch the same length and pull through all of them at the same time. I'm going to do 1, 2 chain. I'm going to come back again where my first one here is. 1, 2, 3. Skip a space, going to the next one, stretch at the same height, and pull it out all at once. 1, 2 chain. I'm going to come in the last one here we did. 1, 2, 3. Skip one into the next one, stretch it out, and pull it all together. So this is your poof line down. 2 chain, and again. So it's going to be repeatedly like this all the way around. Skip a space into the next space using back loops only. 1, 2, chain, coming back, 2 and 3. Skip a space into the next one, stretch, and pull it all at once. 1, 2 chain. So you have your line down poof. This is what it looks like. We're going to do that all the way around until the end. If you're using the same color, that's fine. If not, we're changing color, going back into the green, the same green. I'll meet you at the end. I'm just going to show you one more time, and then we're going into the next part 2. 1, 2, and 3. Skip a space, back loops only, stretch a bit, pull it all out. 1, 2 chain. Again, using the back one here. 1, 2, and 3. Skip a space, stretch it out, and again. So very simple, nothing to it. And this is what it looks like. And I'll meet you at the end. Actually, on the next video, part 2 video.